right, so I'm gonna go from, I think I'm gonna go from blue to pink here, now that I've mixed this up. So I'm gonna start off with the blue. I'm gonna mix this up really good again. And it's probably not that strong because I had a lot of water in it. Uh-oh, I just dropped some paint on there. Oh well. Hey, be careful. Don't do that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this blue and a little bit of this pink. I'm going to mix them together on the palette, just a tiny bit. I have a tiny bit here, mixing it together on the palette with the blue that's already on there. And it's turning purple. I'm going to add a little bit of that back in here and mixed it up on the palette. And I feel like in order to get a really smooth transition, you almost have to blend it on the palette to get better control of it. So by mixing the blue with the pink, I'm getting this nice purple. Now I'm going to keep adding more pink to that area. I'm not adding any more water. I'm just using the paint that's there. I'm going to keep adding more pink to that little spot of paint that I blended every time, and I'm always going back and forth. I'm going to add more pink because as I go down, I want it to be darker pink, keeping that area wet. Now I'm going to go right into that pink, get a lot of that there because I really want it to be bright pink. And now I'm just going to go straight into the pink because I want to end with it a nice, strong, there's a little, oops. And that is a beautiful soft transition. Here I have that extra bead of paint there. So I'm going to take my brush, dry it off, and I'm just gonna, I didn't even wash it. I just dried it off and I'm using the tip of it to just soak up that bit of paint. And I don't want any beads. I want it to be nice and even. And there you go. That actually turned out really, I think that's probably the best variegated wash I've ever done in my life. See what happens painting at Disney, what that does to you. So beginners and intermediates and advanced, do this too. Don't make mistakes like that. See, I made a big boo-boo. But do that, and then let's see, I'm gonna have to, if you do something like that, it's good to go in there and lift it up quickly. I don't know if it's gonna, ah, I caught it in time. We'll see if that actually leaves a stain there later. I want this beautiful variegated wash to dry. You can use any color you want to with them, but I think the key thing is to blend the colors on your palette as you're going down the shape. Now, when you're painting a wash, doing a rectangle shape like this is really easy because you can control the edges a lot easier. Creating washes like this in more complicated or complex shapes is challenging because you've got to figure out how do you go from top to bottom, left to right. You saw me painting from one side to the other, back and forth, back and forth. But if you were to paint a complex shape, what's that like? In fact, do I have enough time to do that? I might do that on this page too, because I think I have enough room. So let's say you have a complex shape like this, and you're trying to create this really interesting wash, an even wash with it. How do you do that? So you'll see how I do this. Top to bottom, left to right. Taking this color and I'm going to go across the top. Get enough paint in there. Make sure that I have enough paint. There you go. It's going to come down to this shape here at the bottom here. Now, what I would technically do if I was going top to bottom, left to right, is I would have to come all the way across here, but I want to make sure that I get that whole shape filled. So I'm going to stop painting this area and I'm going to come over and fill this area in. I'm going to make sure that I have enough paint here, like a bead. So I can come over here and while I'm painting the space here, oops, while I'm painting the space here, I know that this is going to be safe and it's not going to dry because it's wet, it's active. So I can fill this in and now I can come across here and bring that bead down and continue. Pick up more paint, continue down. All the way to the edge. And now I'm just gonna, here's the thing that happens too, is if you got a lot of extra paint over there, you got to bring it over down here because you don't want to have an edge there. Bring that down.